We're going to space.
Whole hullabaloo about you, man, and this mess you got going.
I would take an axe to a couple people's heads. I mean, I would go barbarian.
To a couple robots?
No,
because
to maybe
really...
like a town, like Oblivion style.
Whoa, no, you just...
Sir, we're talking about robots.
Scabies is a that's also a staple of white culture.
Y'all some nasty niggas, bro.
Like
Is that white culture?
I believe
Y'all can
scabies,
keep that
It's
shit.
dirty.
But the black people, they smoke the weed and they get too relaxed.
I'm not getting taken down by no British cops.
Is this true, Don Juice? Is this true? You know the foreign affairs. Is this true?
It's propaganda. Just saying.
Hello, friends, fiends, and everybody in between. We're back again for another delightful episode
Guess who's back
of the FiendCast.
back again.
It's
Shady's back.
It's a little bit of a late recording. There's prisoners trying to escape behind us.
They in the gulag.
Yeah, we've had to put some dissenters away.
Had to whip the feet. Give them 50 lashes on each foot.
That's no good.
Sucks.
I
They had to
wouldn't
walk through poop.
that will fester the foot lashes.
Think about that now before you start being the dissenter.
So here we are at the table. Still haven't replaced that fourth mic,
Nah, it's coming down.
but it's gonna be a good time with our little our trifecta here. We got myself here, AJ. I'm here.
Are you here?
I'm actually a figment of your imagination, but
Your assimilation inside assimilation.
most times, yes.
Okay. You're a ghost in the machine.
No.
You're a ghost in the machine?
Well, when I was doing that VR shit and my hands, you saw my hands?
Yeah, I saw your hands.
Imagine your hands being like that, though. Like, you couldn't see your arms.
Like,
Like,
if
all
you-
you could
you can't
perceive
see
is
it.
your hands.
Oh, that was reality. You can't even see like your
You feel like Rayman.
Yeah, you
stomach or anything.
Exactly, you feel like fucking Rayman.
Oh, shit. Would your legs be like, would your feet be like that too?
I mean, I could only assume in that one you couldn't see your legs. Period. You just don't have legs. You're just floating eyeballs and hands.
Oh, man.
Oh fuck, Rayman was that shit though. I gotta admit, Rayman showed me a lot. Really,
This shit's hard.
with the musical note slide.
Yeah.
That shit was bomb. I miss Rayman. I wish times could go back to then. Across from me, I got Zavaruni Doo, the space boy dandy.
That's me.
She's got
I'm eating popcorn, pippity corn.
a warning on her shirt that says, "If today is Monday, then immediately evacuate the building." Which I don't know what kind of threat that is, but it's not Monday. But I'm worried if
So you're safe. Don't worry about it. If it's ever a Monday and you see me wearing this shirt, then you just immediately evacuate the building, and that's that. No questions asked.
I don't usually see you on Mondays, so I feel like I'm all right on that. So
There you go.
over here we got Big Boss Man, whose shirt is a lot more commendable. Instead of threatening people, it's telling people to stand up to cancer. It's threatening cancer.
It's threatening somebody. Somebody been threatened. You stand up to that son of a bitch.
You gotta threaten cancer. It's the only way it'll go away. You know.
You gotta aggressively point at it. Gotta call it names. Derogatory.
Call it out.
Give it derogatory names.
You gotta use call out culture.
Yeah,
on
firebomb
cancer.
it.
Oh, I don't think we should do that.
With your words.
Oh.
With your words.
With your words. Oh, man. So, I'm a little bit excited this week.
Why you excited?
We got this Trump rally coming here to Florida. Trump is officially announcing his campaign for re-election here at the Amway Center. And,
How fun.
so,
It'll be a fucking circus. It'll
I'm
be a goddamn circus.
not a Trump supporter. However, this is like one of those statements like, you know, like, oh, not to be an asshole, but... So I got a Trump hat. I didn't pay for it, but my brother-in-law did. And it's like, it's an ugly ass, it's the ugliest Trump hat in the world. It's camo with a little American flag on the side, and it says Trump 2020.
Is that official memorabilia?
That's official.
Wait, what
It's
style
official.
hat is it? Is
Oh.
it like it's like a trucker hat style, or is it like a bucket hat? Like what kind of hat?
It's like a snapback.
Think of those redneck hats.
So I'm gonna go wearing that. Right, I'm gonna be in full character. I'm gonna go wearing these shoes I'm wearing right now. The ones Vinny gave me. They're terrific work shoes. They're so comfortable. They're a little bit scuffed up from work, but I'm gonna go in these with some jeans and like that green shirt I've got. And I'm gonna be a little scruffy.
You go in there looking spiffy.
No, I'm gonna look scruffy. I'm not gonna do my hair up or nothing. And I hope that I get called a Nazi
Why?
by someone for attending. Like
No,
that's-
why do you hope that you get called a Nazi though?
Just so I could say I've been called a Nazi here in Orlando and not just on the
You
internet.
probably have already.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, like by DJ though, that doesn't count. DJ just sees a haircut and he
Yeah,
starts.
like you're a Nazi, and then they're gonna pull up your social media. They're like, look at this fucking Nazi.
Yeah, so I'm honestly I'm psyched. I want to see the black dude that they always sit right behind his shoulder that has the sign that's like "Blacks for Trump," and it's the same black guy at every rally. It's like.
That dude that looks like Ray Lewis.
I guess. And I love that guy because because he's right behind Trump the whole time, so it's always looking at him. And he's at like every rally, so it's obvious he's not following Trump around. It's fucking obvious at this point. But he'll like look like surprised or upset by something Trump says, and then clap. Like, he'll be like, what the fuck? You know, like, you could see him just be like, what the fuck is this man saying? And then clap at it. Like, oh my fucking God. I wonder how much that guy's getting paid. Like, how much would you have to get paid if it was like, you know, like, Trump comes, he's like, miscellaneous black man. I will pay you, I don't know, $35,000 a year to show up to every rally.
A year, I need at least 70.
70 a year?
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything but show up to Trump rallies every few months.
I still gotta do some bullshit. No, hey, that's that black dude who be hanging out with fucking Trump.
Oh, so it's the social tax that you want to...
Yeah, you gotta think about all that shit.
Okay. That's fair. See, I can handle that. So I'm kind of worried, since we are in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
That with the Trump
Traffic's gonna be fucked.
Traffic is... Stay away from downtown... If you're in Orlando, stay away from downtown Tuesday. This might not even be up by then, but, you know, if it is, you heard it here last. You know, like, stay the fuck away from downtown. But my worry is, like, I'll get like featured on something with the Trump hat on, and then like I'll go to get employed like 3 years from now. It's like, weren't you that guy with the... I just
It's gonna pop up on new channel 13. You'll be one of the people.
I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a very high energy event.
It'll be a lot of energy. It's gonna be a lot of yelling.
I had to make sure that I don't get beat up. That's why I'm glad I got the hat. You know,
Honestly, I don't think nobody's gonna get beat up. I
Why
doubt
would
anyone
you?
gets beat up.
I don't think anyone's gonna get beat up.
people get beat
There'll
up.
be a lot of yelling.
There's
Yeah,
gonna be
but-
a lot of protesters. My phone camera's all fucked up. Otherwise, I'd take a video. But that bitch cracked and all kinds of things. So, you know, no avail on that. But I'll definitely have an update this next episode of how it went.
Oh yeah.
Daddy Clarence is supposed to be going too,
Jay's gonna be going.
allegedly. I'm for sure going. So I'll report back. It's gonna be a great time.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fucking fun.
It's gonna be a fantastic time.
It's something the camera's broken though. That's gonna be some. That's gonna be some prime footage. That could have been some prime footage. Why'd the camera on your phone, bro?
I dropped my phone. I don't even know where my phone is. Oh, there it is. But as you can see here, just take a look at that. I haven't actually tried it since it's looked like that, but I don't take very many pictures anyway. Like, I take such a lack of pictures. Don't go through my gallery, but...
that's the first time I've ever seen a camera looking like that.
So Don Juice got the same phone as me, and his glass on his camera is completely gone. Yeah, so shouts out Don Juice.
What the fuck is y'all doing?
It's the phone, obviously. At that point, I can just blame the phone. If one other person has the same problem as me with that same device, from 2 different lifestyles, you know, it's the phone. You know, I'm not taking no for an answer. So a woman who had to take no for an answer.
Okay, where is it going?
What happened?
A viral video was going around this past week of a woman who it was body cam from a police officer who showed up at a public pool to a complaint that a woman was bare breastfeeding at the pool. And
Not in the pool though, right? Like she wasn't in the pool.
some reports say that she was in the pool, but it's mostly muddied from different angles. The video, the clear evidence that you don't even have clear evidence that she was feeding except for her saying, yes, I was feeding. But the clear evidence that we have is that an officer showed up there and she had her baby. Her tits were not out at that point, but she did say, I was feeding my child. Now, the allegations, she wasn't arrested. She was just told she had to leave. But the allegations are that she was out, both titties, breastfeeding her child. The cops were called by a woman, a staff member, like a 40-year-old black lady. Oh, and shit. She's actually in the body cam video. You can hear her say, she's like, the problem is that she has both boobs out. Like, you only need one. So here is the argument. I think everybody on this panel can agree that if a woman is feeding her child, you don't look, right? That's their time. You know, I don't know about your thoughts on it, Kutre. How do you feel about breastfeeding in public?
You can do it. I don't care. No, I'm saying, look, make a courtesy. Blanket over the kids' head, you know what I'm saying? It'd be nice. But I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. I've seen just fucking straight titty. I've never seen the nipple in a public feeding. I've seen plenty of public feedings. I've never seen the nipple. And I still...
Well, you're not supposed to be able to, because technically the baby's head is like...
No, but I mean, like, I don't understand, like, these bitches... I gotta stop calling women bitches. These mothers are... they're slick on the... They're quick on the draw, you know? Like, they're straight, nipple in the mouth. So, like, you don't even... in my experience, the mothers are not just, going out here pulling their titties out willy-nilly, right? Like, even if they're not using a blanket to cover. And I still disagree with the fact that, like, nipples are so fucking sexualized. They're just nipples. I got nipples. My nipples ain't fucking sexy. But, hey, some people I might be able to sell nit pics. I just don't have the market. I gotta create the market. But, so the question here comes from the allegations that she had both breasts out.
No, that's weird.
Well, that is, I mean, that's, I don't know if that's necessary.
Not necessary. You just have
it doesn't
both
seem
of them
necessary because the other one's not.
What's going on? The other one, are you
swapping anything?
Are you swapping in between the two?
And from what I gathered, she wasn't using, because I guess this is a pool, so you can't use a blanket, but you could use a towel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I gathered, she was not using a towel.
Yeah. No, it doesn't sound like she was. So
she's become this, like, icon now.
Icon? Oh my gosh. That's unnecessary. That's not even... She can feed her kid. Nobody's saying that she can't. First of all, because if she was inside of the pool, like in the water, I would also say that she shouldn't, like...
Because of drippage.
Yeah, no, that's like...
I heard an argument to that, though, that our genitals drip at all times. Not at all times. That makes it sound so grosser. But, like, occasionally, especially females, they have drippage,
Who makes these arguments? Who are these people?
I don't know.
I feel like people just pulling facts out of the air at certain points. It's like, where'd you hear this from?
But that's true, though. There's discharge,
I mean, I don't know if it's...
Sometimes
to that degree that they're trying to make it seem.
Like... I would hope not. You know, then you might gotta go see a doctor. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's a minute amount but like at the same time, how much milk's coming out that's not making it in this baby's mouth?
I think probably a lot more.
Now, I heard another argument essentially against milking. It was from a mother, from feeding in public, period, is that's like supposed to be a special time, bonding time between the mother and the child, and that you shouldn't be around other people because it'll confuse the child psychologically.
Really?
No, they didn't have any professional opinion behind that. That was their theory. But that was a viewpoint that I was like, okay, I could see that. But my whole thing is like, right, like, I definitely think, like, if there's a woman out here with her, child on the tit, it's not my business. I need to, as soon as I see it, I need to look forward, However, if there is a woman out here with a titty out and a child on a tit, on the other tit, so people are gonna look. It's gonna be at least like, what is she doing? Like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? It doesn't even have to necessarily be sexualized in that sense. Yeah, it's just like, what is she? This is against social norms. What is she doing?
That's kind of reminds me of that one lady, who was like breastfeeding like her freaking 4-year-olds and shit. Like had one kid on each tit. Like she was one on each boob.
She blatantly
just
said
free.
That was supposed to be some sexual shit though.
It was weird.
That one.
Yeah, she knew.
Well, if you're making it sexual with your child, you're sick. Don't sexualize these fucking kids. It's the same thing with the child drag queens we were talking about last week. You don't sexualize the kids. Period. Don't feel sexualized about things with kids.
No, man, it's weird. What? Excuse me. I was like, why, of all the things, would you sexualize that aspect? Because it's on a very weird spectrum if you think about it.
But what's your opinion on the whole free the nipple thing? Because I know some dudes who are like, why these bitches gotta have their titties out like that?
My thing is, even though I do it, it does look dumb. You just walk around no shirt on, regardless.
I don't do it in public except the beach.
So like, I'm imagining like a dude just running.
But like at the beach, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Why should women have to wear tops and men not? I can understand covering your genitalia.
I mean, you can do it.
I agree.
Well, I prefer, me personally, do I want to see it? Nah. I
don't want to see everybody's nipples. I get your point.
I don't see everybody.
But that's...
Well, it doesn't matter. We don't want to see everybody's nipples, all the men's nipples.
That's my point.
Well, I'm saying with them too. I'm saying with them too.
You think men should wear shirts on the beach?
So there's some niggas out there that need to be wearing shirts.
What about them old school bathing suits where it was like have you ever seen like a...
Oh, like where it was like the jumpsuit?
The 1800s shit where it was almost like a fucking dress suit.
Singlets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get those.
Everybody's got to have those. Under Coutret's rule, no bikinis.
Listen, I'm an equal opportunity...
Hater?
Yeah. They got nothing to do with your genitals. Nah, there's a lot of dudes out there ain't trying to see that shit, bro. I'm not really trying to see anybody's shit. But definitely not the ones who know they should be doing something else.
I feel like...
That's personally me.
I don't really care, but at the same time... I mean, obviously there's some people's bodies who are less, like... you're less drawn to look at them. Yeah, they're less appealing.
There's no body shaming here, but some of y'all motherfuckers got ugly ass bodies.
And it's like, but we still have to see them, you know what I mean? So like, why can't we like see the good looking ones too? I don't know. I
don't think it should be about looking at people. Period. This is the wrong mindset to have. That
was wrong. Yeah, no, I guess that was a little
y'all
pervy.
are fucking perverts. So my whole thing is the personal freedom aspect of it, because like it took me a while when I was a fat kid. I used to never take my shirt off at the beach or the pool, and then I got skinny for a while. I got super confident. Now, you will never see me in a body of water. I'm fat now, and you will never see me in a body of water.
I feel very uncomfortable when I don't have my shirt on at the beach. Like, I don't feel comfortable.
You don't feel comfortable with your shirt off at the beach?
Yeah.
See, I start feeling self-conscious when I see, like, the buff, like, college bros. They're playing Ultimate Frisbee. Excuse me. they're playing ultimate frisbee and shit, and I'm over here looking like a dumpling. But
see, but that's because you are worried about what people think when they look at you, because it does matter to a certain extent. But you should be confident, obviously, regardless of how you look. My cousin was fat, and he also always like had a shirt on.
Have y'all seen Gucci Mane lately?
Yeah, the robot.
Yeah, he looks like he does look like a robot. He looks very robotic now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad somebody else noticed that he's not a clone and he's a robot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Gucci Mane's goals now. Like he's now an inspiration for me to lose weight and become a robot.
I gotta get
Are you gonna get
like
buffed
Gucci.
too?
I gotta get veneers like Gucci.
Oh, is that what those are? Because
It's not
I
his.
need those.
Yeah, that's not his teeth.
I need those terribly. I need implants and veneers.
The Had Baby, the redhead little girl,
Danielle Bergoli.
She has those.
That's weird.
She has fake
that
teeth.
you could be like 17 and get veneers.
She's not even 17.
She
She's
just
like,
turned 17.
Why does it keep sounding like
she's
she,
like 16.
she can't still be 16? She's been 16 for like the past 2-3
No,
years.
she hasn't. She's 16.
She just turned 17.
Okay,
No.
she's
Yeah, no, she like I saw the Instagram post.
God. This makes no sense. It's all made up.
Okay, so first of all,
Nothing's real.
she was 13 on the Dr. Phil show.
Was she?
Yes.
Okay.
I know that's questionable in a lot of ways. The why was, look, I honestly sometimes when I think about, this is going to sound weird, so I don't think about Bahad Baby that often, but when I think about her, I am genuinely worried for her, like, well-being, because, like, they put, like, a preteen.
16.
No shit. So they put a preteen around a bunch of thirsty-ass fucking rap dudes.
Who put her around there?
Dr. Phil.
Listen, that's how
No, Dr. Phil did that.
What?
Dr. Phil pimped that girl out.
Dr. Phil didn't do. Her mom did that shit.
No, her mom got her onto Dr. Phil. She would have never been famous if she were not on Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil made her famous.
And then she started getting the bag. She started
And
to
she
secure the bag.
started burning the coal.
She started securing the bag.
That girl has probably fucked so many rappers, it's literally sick.
I prefer to think
I'm gonna
not.
assume she didn't.
No,
I don't think so.
I'm gonna assume
No.
she didn't.
I'm not gonna
Wasn't she
assume.
caught, like, making out with one of them?
Don't
Like,
Trippie Red.
Trippy Red.
Big 14.
Who, technically, I mean, yeah, he's like, I think he was like maybe 17 or 18 when it happened. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird situation, but I don't think that means that she's fucking everybody.
And this goes both ways for me. Like, I mean this for the guy rappers, too, who are, like, fucking, 16, then they get put into this. Lil Wayne was 9 when he got signed.
Oh, wait,
with
what happened
Birdman.
with Chief Keef and his, like...
Oh, his baby mama is like damn near 40.
Yeah.
Like, when she fucked Chip Key, she was like 30-something. That nigga was like 16, 17.
There should be a law that you can't get child support from
You would
someone
think you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like, if it's clearly that was a child when you did it, you would think that would kind of cancel itself out. To tell you the truth, you would think, like, even morally, you would be like, you know what?
Maybe I
I'm not gonna
shouldn't say
tell myself
nothing. Yeah.
like that.
Maybe I should keep this to myself.
Because, like,
fucking
you
terrible.
literally getting checked. You're being a pedophile and getting a check from it. How's that work?
Look, man, the word is like hebephile or something. I don't know the word because I don't really approve of it at all. But yeah, no, I don't get it. I don't understand how these kids in stardom are like given an adult pass, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, these are kids, these are children. You know how much of a little shit I was when I was 16? Like, oh my god. These kids don't need to be out here.
Listen, man, they all out here. They trying to do Logan Paul shit.
Logan Paul.
Oh. Well,
Just Logan Paul related news.
Well, so I went for a hike yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Deep in the forest of a Hall Scott Wildlife Preserve.
Jill Scott.
Jill Scott?
Oh, Scott. Now keep going.
So, Hal Scott. And, like, it was super cool, right? And, like, but I went off the path. I went through the actual forest right on the Econ River. And a tidbit that I just remembered was, like, another reason I was spooked was at one point there was like the bottom of a woman's sneaker. It was like or maybe a preteen girl's sneaker.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it freaked Giselle and I out. And this is one of those places because it's like out in the fucking boonies. Like there's nobody on it, right? We're the only ones there at first. So we're walking down the trail later. We see this like shirtless like Hispanic dude, and at first I was like, "Oh fuck, this is," because he like took his he had like earbuds in. He had AirPods.
Oh.
They weren't AirPods, but he had a headset in, and he like took it out, and I swear he was like, "Oh fuck." Like he was about to do something. I was like, "Oh no, this guy's walking." He had no. The problem is, it wasn't just that he was shirtless; it was that he didn't have a shirt available. Like he was shirtless the entire time he was walking out there.
He just didn't come with a shirt.
Who does? Why?
Did he have on pants?
He had on pants,
Just
shorts.
jeans?
He had on
Shorts,
sneakers as well.
I think he had sneakers on. I didn't look at his shoes. I was looking him in the eyes. It was man time.
Oh, he was looking you in the eyes also?
Yes.
Oh.
It was a
Oh,
little.
no.
It was a little worrisome. And then, like later on down the trail, there was a different dude who I called Bald Bicycle Bro, and he was a little sketchy because, like, okay, out there on the trail, there's a bridge. It's on a fucking trail, right? Like
So
a walking
you ran
trail.
back into him when you got back onto
This is
the
a different
trail.
guy. This is Bicycle Bald Boy, and there's a bridge that we had passed, and it, for some reason, in the middle, it's right over like the Econ River, and in the middle of fucking nowhere on a walking bicycle trail, no motorized vehicle. This bridge has a sign that says bridge capacity 25 tons. You step on this fucking thing, that shit's not going nowhere. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's just over like a 20-foot span. I'm like, what the fuck? So we come back past that bridge, and this dude's sitting there on the bridge just looking at the water. He's got a bicycle. He's got a baseball cap on. He took it off to like wipe his sweat. He was bald. He had sunglasses. And he just looked at us the whole time through his sunglasses. Didn't say a word.
Oh, well. Like,
Well.
you can see him looking at you through his sunglasses.
His sunglasses were pointed towards us until we were gone, and then we're back at the water. I was like, that motherfucker's looking at that water really intently, and I don't like it. He didn't have any fishing poles. You know what I mean? Like,
He just dropped the body in there.
that was the one I was worried about. Was that he was the serial? He looked like you're.
He was focused, bro. He was thinking about his day. He was relaxing and reminiscing. He was in his own. He was trying to see what y'all was doing. Trying to see if y'all wasn't trying to jump on him.
I mean, it's very possible, you know, but you see a dude in shorts and a shirt and these shoes.
But no, shit gets weird when you walk out on like the trails and you get like deep off in there, like the areas that are off the trail,
And then you start seeing people.
and you start either seeing people or seeing like random clothing. You're like,
And the
That
wildlife
is
is
weird.
scary too, because
Huh?
there's like bobcats here and gators.
yeah.
So like, have y'all ever been like any place like that was a little spooky when you hiked it? You ever
There
been
was
on
a
any
time
hikes?
I went to like it was in Longwood. So I'm walking. There's a trail. Actually, you're not even supposed to walk down this trail. 'Cause technically, it's only for people who are riding bikes.
Oh,
So I was just walking through there, and like that shit goes deep, and there's like all this bunch of water in the middle, like all these big ass spiders on spider webs, and like you get pretty far off in there. Like the whole time, I was like, damn, I need to hurry up and get back to like outside of this shit, 'cause this is getting dark. And I don't want to fucking bobcat
Run into a
run into
bobcat,
a fucking
yeah.
bobcat out here. Fucking run into like a thick ass spider web and fall off in the water or some shit. I'm like, nah, man.
see, the first time that we scoped this place out, it was a little later in the day. It was around 7. We went down a different trail that time. We would like because it's like a certain type of pine tree restoration thing. So a certain type of woodpeckers there, and like often because this is like over like it's in Wedgefield, which is like right past Bithlow, but with money.
Okay.
So it's like rednecks with money, and like from the forest through the forest a little off, you can hear what Giselle thought was like coyotes. I was like, fuck, I didn't even think about coyotes. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh, shit.
we both left our phones in the car to charge, and you know, like, I was like, oh fuck, we gotta get back there before it's dark. But I thought it was rednecks. It sounded like rednecks to me more than it did coyotes.
So it sounded like a bunch of rednecks yelling.
Yeah, like woo, you know what I'm saying? Either way, I needed to get the fuck out of there.
Where the
Was
fuck were you at again when you heard this?
This is Wedgefield.
I think you were deep. You were on the trail.
This is pretty deep on the trail.
And you just hear a bunch of yelling.
Yeah, well, because it's like there's pine trees and then there's like palm fronds, like as like the grassland, and then a trail cut through the palm frond. So like it'd be hard for a human to run through those.
Yeah.
Certain animals, I'm not so a bobcat.
Yeah.
But like I heard rednecks and I was like, fuck, man, what if they can walk through that? Like
the redneck feet, very, very strong.
They're very strong, calloused feet, but then we got a little further down the trail. And I'm like, babe, that's Spanish music.
Oh shit!
And we softened up a little bit because like they're not gonna walk through that. They're at home, they're just having a good time being loud.
They chilling, having fun.
Yeah. So.
But nah, bro, you get off the trails, shit can be fun. Shit's fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like I found some pretty tight ass graffiti in certain areas, and like shit carved into like trees. So I'm not gonna say it's not fun. Like, I enjoy it, but you gotta watch. You gotta watch it.
What if you found a decomposing body?
You see that? I just need to get from that.
I
area
would
very
immediately
quickly.
turn around. I'd turn around and go to the.
Would you
opposite.
report it?
Yes.
So how, if you turned around immediately, how would you be able to report the location? See, first, you have to take a picture of it with your geotagging turned on, so you have the coordinates and physical evidence.
I don't have time. The killer is on the loose.
What if they're not? What if they've been caught already
if
and
they
this
are?
is just a...
What the fuck if they are? How far is the body in if it looks like an old body.
What if it's a fresh body?
Okay, exactly. So, if it's an
What if
old
they're
body,
still
that's
alive?
one thing. I have to turn around and immediately get out of there. And I'm saying I'm coming back for you.
Are you, though?
Yeah. Well, the police are.
Do you have the coordinates?
I have the general direction.
So you're going to go with the police who are all armed, who are looking for a killer to lead them to where you...
Listen, all I know is that we can't both die.
Yeah. We can't both be out here in the middle of the fucking woods.
So, I gotta go.
Just send your coordinates to someone you love.
Okay, that's fine.
If you do that and you end up martyred,
Nah, man,
then you're a hero.
I'm not staying
Am I
out
though?
there. I found
Am I a
you.
hero if we both die?
No.
Well, some phones make it easier to where you could just be like, send my location.
No, I'm saying even if I sent my location.
And run. You can do that and run at the same time. Yeah, that's different. I get what you're saying. But, like, for someone like me who doesn't have that little send my location thing, like, I'd have to, like, get my location and then, like, send it to somebody. And then in that time, my throat could be slit. I see your point. What if you just ignore it?
That's what I'm saying. Because, what if you're in the middle of sending it, and then, oop, poop, pop. Gotcha.
What if you're in the middle of doing something super illegal, like, I don't know, like smuggling Chinese people?
In the middle of the woods?
Yeah.
Well, then...
We all just run and forget about it?
Yeah,
you tell them that could be them if they don't fucking keep going?
All I know is if I saw a body, I would be upset and I'd freak out. I'd be very sad for that person.
People die.
Exactly, but I'd be sad for them because I don't think they planned on dying that day.
What if they did? What if it was a suicide? You don't know.
I still don't think that they intended to die that way, at least.
If it was a suicide, usually you intend on the way you're dying.
You intend on it for that moment.
Directly.
You didn't intend on it your whole life.
Who intends on dying?
That's why that's why if I stumble upon that shit, I go the other way.
Would you report it?
Why are you thinking about it? The answer is yes.
The question is, how do you report it?
Yeah.
I guess you have to report it.
Yeah.
Right? But
you
want to give them... I see everybody's point that I'm making it too complex. Right? Like, you can just be like, yeah, they're in the forest, I went about this far, that I walked for 20 minutes this way and took a left, but still, like, you walk through the forest by that direction, you can end up way somewhere else than where there actually is the body. So, like, my whole thing is I want this body found. I want the killer brought to justice.
Okay.
Fine.
So what do you? So go through your process then.
I pull out my phone, right?
Okay.
Right. I unlock it.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't think the killer's just gonna be
Wait,
there.
so after your initial shock, and this is a fresh body, like we're talking warm body, flesh, like.
Yeah. So I open up Google Maps because I don't think the killer would.
And you
It's
see
not
how-
warm body. Yeah, no warm body. I'd get the fuck out of there, and I'd call somebody. Be like, I saw somebody dying in the forest. I don't know where exactly. I could tell you it was near the river. You know, but yeah, no. But if they were like dead, like decomposing, I'd go to Maps. I'd be like, oh fuck, this thing's slow. You know, I'd go to Maps.
Because your reception probably sucks when you're out there too.
Yeah, and my phone's just a piece of shit. And like, it's still not even loading Maps. Oh, it still didn't even try to load Maps. I'm like, fuck, man. You know, and I get the coordinates, and I'd like send them to somebody, and then I'd fucking run. Then I'd run. Be like, I'd wave my arms as I run.
That's even run, bro.
That's how I'd run away from the situation.
Fuck.
And then what if you like ran through a fucking big ass spider web on your way?
I actually encountered
Back.
quite a few spider webs that I ran into.
You ran into
I
them?
kept running into spider webs. It was like
Oh,
the theme
that's
of the
the
day.
worst.
I had the DEET on me. Y'all know about the DEET. Mm-hmm. I guess it's a chemical that they put in the repellent that you put on your skin, and it's really harmful for you, honestly. But
Yeah.
you want to kill them bugs.
Yeah.
So I was covered in the DEET.
So did it helped?
I didn't get bit by no spiders, but I think that was mostly luck as to where I placed my hand through their webs accidentally. I wasn't disturbing the spiders on purpose, but I was disturbing the spiders.
That's
big
like
boys.
my biggest thing with whenever I'm outdoors. So like, which I don't even mind the spiders. I think they're really cool. I like to take pictures of them when I can. Like, I like to look at them, like all the different kinds, whatever. But I don't like how they're just, you know, like fucking everywhere.
How do you feel about frogs?
I don't mind frogs, you know,
What about
whatever.
when they jump?
I mean, it surprises me sometimes, but like, I can get over it.
So you're more worried about spiders who are
I'm-
pretty solitary. You can usually
Exactly,
see them.
but see, and I feel like I'm tall, and like I have big hair a lot of the time, and you know, it's just I feel like it's too much. They're too.
Have you ever caught a spider who was first starting their web and they're just like on one string and they're at you? They're like at eye level on one string. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, dude. Do
Yeah.
you break their string?
Yeah,
I always fucking break their string. I let them live.
yeah. I like to let them live if I can. There's been a time when like, I went to Rock Springs, and a
Shouts
spider,
out Kelly Park.
So.
a spider got in my hair. It was just
Oh.
dangling from a strand of my hair. And I didn't feel good about that. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So, you know, I love going out in nature, but I've learned, like, if I do, I have to, like, have
gotta
my
be-
hair, like, pulled back or, like, have a hat on. And I have to have, like, bug spray on me.
Hats
and
are
just,
good.
Like,
Gotta be prepared.
yeah.
I go with no hat. Cause it's like fuck
You
it.
fucking...
You got little dreads though. It's hard for
fuck
the.
it. Nah, there's been times where there's been like
Oh
Spider
man, but
boys.
because a spider fell out of my hair the other day, and it was kind of confusing as to how that happened because it wasn't right. It was before I went to the trail. Actually, it was while I was eating breakfast. As a
That's uncomfortable.
as
I don't like
Dan's restaurant eating breakfast.
when... I don't like when bugs fall off of me.
When
you
I was
know?
a kid, I was so worried because I had like an infestation of some people call them water bugs. I call them palmetto bugs. Some people call them big roaches.
I was about to say the big roaches.
I ended up having like a bond with the roaches, but yeah, no, like when I was a child, I did not have that bond. I was not spiritually connected to the roaches as I am now. And not German cockroaches, fuck those things, but the big ones, I can have them attack you. I control the roaches, but I used to not be able to, and I always, like, whenever a roach would come out of someone's backpack in elementary school or something, I'd be like,
You
oh
roast
no.
them?
I'd be, no, I wouldn't, because I was always worried that it would happen to me one day. I was like, shit, that could be me.
the roach comes out your back.
You can crawl.
I was that kid that I always felt like it was gonna happen. I had the luggage backpack too, so like,
The roller boy.
yeah, I was that kid.
I had one of those at one point. I had a blue one in 5th grade.
I had a blue one in 5th grade.
Twinsies.
Yeah, only I walked to school, so it really fucked up with its little rollerblade wheels and dirt always spraying up onto it. It was a bad time.
I'm not gonna lie, because I mean, you could push it down and like carry it on your back if you wanted to, but I like rolling
It
it.
would hurt. It had the little fucking steel bars,
It
and
did
you're
have
fucking
those
10.
bars. It did have bars.
Trying to carry around luggage to school. That shit was torment.
Wait, did y'all have Heelys?
Yeah.
We had Heelys in middle school.
Yeah.
In middle school. Oh, that was in like 5th grade for me too.
Motherfuckers
Like,
looking down the hallway with them shits on.
no,
Little
I never
shits.
had a pair. But I had some friends who did. I remember they got banned from our school.
Weak.
I mean,
They also,
kids sitting in the hallway. What you mean?
My friends.
Imagine kicking somebody with a fucking Heely. That would hurt. Kick the shit out of somebody with the Heely.
What happened to those other shoes that had like the little E?
The Etnies.
Yeah, Etnies. That's
still
what they
wear
were called.
Yeah.
People still wear those?
They
People
also
wear
drink
those?
Monster.
Huh?
still
They drink Monster. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's the same people who drink Monster. I had one pair of Etnies. No, I had a pair of Elements. But I was poor, so I bought all my shoes from Ross. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I loved being a poser. Because I can't skate. I can't do shit on a skateboard. I could barely ride the fucking thing.
I love the idea of a skateboard, and I really, 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 really wish I could do it, but it's a balance issue for me, you know? Like, I just don't feel comfortable with...
I don't move like... My hips don't move. Have you guys ever seen the Rip Stick?
Yeah,
Yes,
I can't do
these
that
kids
shit.
at my job, like my manager's kids, they have them, and they ride them around
They
the
still
warehouse
have those. So
all
I
the time.
I never understood how kids do those things. I knew somebody who could just fucking wiggle their
Yes,
hips around
they
like,
just wiggle on
like
them.
a fucking Latin dancer. It's insane. I saw like something that was kind of like a Rip Stick, but it was a fucking scooter, right? Like it's like it V's out.
Oh,
and
they
there's-
have those too. I
and
like
that
those, and
shit
you wiggle
is
on it.
so fucking fun.
It is.
You could
go
just
fast.
start getting it. You're just like, oh,
You go
fuck.
super fast.
Oh man, your hips hurt at the end of it, but they don't
Babe,
lie.
remember I told you that we were like racing in the warehouse on the scooters?
Yeah.
Those shits are so fun.
We should get some of these scooters and race some FiendFix.
We actually
scooter race.
broke them because so
Don't
they
do that.
Scooter
Those are
race.
expensive.
well we didn't mean to because it was for the kids and they left them at the warehouse and then it was a bunch of adults
Riding them around.
riding them daily. Like I would ride one from the front of the office to the back of the warehouse to like drop off orders and stuff
Oh my god.
because it was just so much quicker than walking.
You're just at work and seeing somebody fucking scoot by.
It was such
Is
a
it
great
still technically a
time.
scoot? Are you still scooting at that point?
You're more wiggling, I think. You don't
Sausage.
even really scoot.
But the vehicle is scooting, isn't it?
A scooting across, a scooting.
Yeah, so the vehicle itself is still a scooter, even though you're not scooting.
That's fair.
Hmm.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. But the rip sticks, I don't know. Those are
It's like a fucking unicycle. I don't get it.
They put up
those
pogo
are
sticks.
weird.
Apparently they got outlawed or something. Like you don't know. I don't know, but you can't buy a fucking Where can you buy a fucking
You
pogo
buy
stick?
pogo sticks.
Where?
Google this.
Wherever they sell fucking
Somewhere?
sporting goods.
Kids don't have them.
Nah.
When you seen a
There's
kid with a
adults
pogo,
There's
I've
I'm
never
sure.
been able to do more than 2 on a pogo
Man, I
stick.
can get
oh,
it.
you
I
weak.
get it.
Oh my gosh, I feel fucking
I
attacked.
At
was a
certain point.
fat ass kid, and I just like kind of I figured out where to put my stomach.
Yeah, you can
And
buy
I-
one at Target.
Yeah, at a certain
Really?
point, you gotta watch yourself though.
For $39, you can buy a
Sounds
10
expensive.
foot
A
one.
10-foot?
A 10-foot pogo stick online for $439.
Why would you? What the fuck? A
That thing-
10-foot pogo? How does that work? What do you mean?
You'll
It
launch
says
fuck
the
out of
10-foot
It'll
pogo
jump
stick.
10 foot, or it's 10 foot long itself. How does one ride a
Hold
10
on,
foot
I'm
pogo stick?
cooking it. Oh no, it looks like it might. Oh, okay.
Does it have it next to a human
No,
being? For
it says a supercharged pogo stick that jumps 10 feet
Yeah,
in
that's
the
the one
air.
that'll launch
10
you all
feet
the way
in the air.
Yeah.
This shit's not gonna jump you 10 feet
Nah,
in the
it
air.
It says it's gonna jump me in there.
It can get
That's
you
what it
10 feet
says.
there,
Oh
bro.
no, this is the
That's-
future. This is pogo future. What the fuck? This
You never seen those videos of people just launching themselves in the air off of those things?
Oh my god, it's got traction pegs. It just looks like any other fucking pogo stick but green. And it's got an air piston. It's a fucking hydraulic pogo stick. This shit, what does it lock into place like at ground level and then
Yeah.
And look
oh
at that price.
shit.
They got that coil super
Holy shit.
tension in there, bro.
Man, it's the future. It's pogo future.
Like,
Pogo
that's-
future, everybody.
So
imagine getting to the peak of that like launch and like it just lets out from under your feet.
yeah, like it's got to build up the pressure
yeah.
from I'm assuming hitting the ground
Yeah.
and there's no way that it does it immediately.
Yeah.
It's got to build up all the pressure and then once you hit there's a little pause and it's just like
Yeah.
boop. I would imagine it makes a little like the little, or you know, the less wet than that. But
If you had to choose,
You just launch it in the air, bro.
would you rather roller skate or ice skate?
I was just having this discussion yesterday. I've
Roller
never
skate.
ice skated in my life,
Oh,
but I'd like to because of my French blood.
okay. Well, ice skating's fun.
Roller skate.
Roller skating's also fun.
Can I just talk about how like this is the future of all the roller skating and shit? Right?
Okay.
These rip sticks and these fucking pogo sticks.
Yeah. I mean, which I think kind of sucks because roller skating's fun. I don't think roller skating should die.
We're full on in the future now. We've got autonomous drones that drop off silverware from Amazon. We got fucking Teslas. We got, you know, like it's so I switched to the future of cigarettes. Is this is the long segue here. Right? So I got a Juul now, and as you guys
You fancy.
As you guys know,
Wow.
I've been using the vape cartridges instead of smoking weed lately. Like, it's been like 3 weeks. Haven't bought flower. It's all been cartridges, right?
That's about no bud.
Yeah, so I'm doing the vapor thing, right? Not like the douchey, like, oh yeah, sick clouds, bro. Like, I don't need clouds. I just need my nicotine fix and my THC fix in a quick and discreet manner. Because I'm sick of stinking like cigarettes and holding up the show. Like, you guys have heard me need to go get cigarettes.
Yep.
Like, you know, like I'm hitting the Juul right now, you know?
He ain't running out talking about I need a cig. I need a cig. Who got a cig? I need a cig.
So here's
Rice,
my whole thing about
cigarette.
You got rice, I got cigarettes now. You got electricity, I got a cigarette. Which it's gonna fucking suck when I have a power outage. I need to get one of them little solar chargers because it's imagine.
How long does that shit last? I would think it lasts for a pretty decent.
I'd say about 8 hours.
That's it.
I haven't let it die yet, but when you tap it, it shows the battery level in light form. So that means I'm between 25 and 50% somewhere.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it is. But my get around to this is like we've seen the DMT cartridges that you can smoke, right?
Mm-hmm. I still haven't seen one, but you keep telling me about them.
They exist. And I'm just wondering, is this whole like vape thing like the future of all drug ingestion? Like, can you like, are we gonna start seeing like vape crack pods and like?
I hope not.
Crack sticks.
Yeah, the crack sticks. It just looks like a crack pipe, but it's electric. It's the electric crack pipe.
It's electric.
Diggy, diggy, diggy.
I mean,
I
technically,
don't support it.
I feel like
I don't
it's a
support
faster
that.
way of consumption. Like you just
But who's making them?
Well, no, who's making these fucking bootleg ass fucking DMT? And
know what I'm saying. Anybody can make them.
Anybody can make them. I was just telling them about how I'm gonna get the shatter batter trademarked, and mix it with some dabs to make my own fucking cartridge juice. Just start filling up Juul pods and
get
Tide
juiced
pods.
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna juice it up. I'm gonna start doing steroids up in there. You can start doing steroids through a vape. You can fucking inhale steroids. You can do your fucking
Vapes are out of control.
What if the vapor
Gotta stop
industry
the
takes
vapes.
over some form of the pharmaceutical industry and then gets the inhalers through the vape? You have to buy a mod to do your regular inhaler. Everything can be fucking vapored now. Is what I'm thinking. So I'm starting hashtag vape crack. We're gonna start vaping crack.
Absolutely not.
How them prices work though? If you
Well, you can't buy it by the rock anymore, which is
That's what I'm saying. So like, them prices are gonna jump.
Well, no, because like crack prices, you don't weigh crack.
No,
is
I'm
the
talking
thing.
about-
Nobody weighs crack, right?
But I'm talking about
so
you got to at least equal out the fucking plastic tube, those fucking cartridges.
and like, would it even technically be crack? Because like, to freebase a drug is to vaporize it, really. But would you like? Couldn't you like liquefy the cocaine and not actually turn it into freebase form to be able to vaporize it? It would still work, right? It would have to still work.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. Answer
These
to
are the
that.
hard hitting questions.
I'm not a chemist.
So how much?
But-
So I would put money on in 10 years we have vapeable,
Vape crack.
at least cocaine. Yeah.
I can see vape cocaine. That's wild to still think about somebody vaporizing fucking cocaine. I feel like that's gonna go terribly wrong in the
Would
beginning.
it?
Like I feel like that's gonna be some strong shit the first few batches, and motherfuckers not gonna be able to handle that shit. Like they're gonna be just vaping off that motherfucker like it's just not fucking cocaine.
That's a real issue I've found with all the vape thing, because like that blunt we smoked earlier.
No, imagine doing that with cocaine.
No, that blunt we smoked earlier did nothing to me tolerance wise, because I've been smoking nothing but this, right? And this is starting to like not do anything for me tolerance wise, which is fucked. The amount that's in it as is, because it's a concentrate, is way higher than what you're used to, and then the convenience of it. You don't have to put it into anything. You don't have to find your lighter. You don't have to grind anything. You don't, you know, it's the devil almost. So like if you were to, and that was my whole worry about the DMT cartridges, because like if you smoke DMT, you take one hit and you're out for 15 minutes. You're fucking gone, right?
Yeah, you gone as fuck.
So what do you, and it also builds the hypertolerance. So like, what are you gonna do? Smoke a whole fucking cartridge? Like,
well, that's what I'm saying about cocaine. Like, imagine how out of it's you gonna be if you hit a fucking cocaine stick.
Like it just comes in a little jewel pod like this.
Like you just hit
it's
that
just
shit.
White.
Like, bro, you gonna be fucked up.
Man, I'd throw up probably. First of all, thinking about it, it's making me want to throw up.
Like, man, like, but nah. I feel like that's probably gonna be the future.
Smoking cocaine's something different, but like vaping is different than smoking. Is my whole thing.
Vape is pretty much here to stay. I can't see it going anywhere.
I like it. Like honestly, I'm breathing. It's only been 2 days, and I'm breathing way better. Right, I'm not hacking up phlegm. I'm able to hit the jewel right here when I'm fucking Nick fitting. You know, like doesn't stick on my fingers.
Not making sick clouds.
I'm not using the mods. I have a mod that I use for my THC cartridges, but I'm not doing that I'm not going to use a drip or tank system for my nicotine. I feel like that's a little much, and plus they hurt me. This thing almost feels like a cigarette. It just tastes way different.
Wait, how do they hurt you? How do the vapes hurt you?
It's like it's too thick, and like I can't breathe, and it doesn't hit me the same as smoke. Like it hits my lungs and it makes me gag almost immediately.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
But these little ones, it's like more or less concentrated, I suppose.
Okay. That's interesting.
More arid, you know. So I'm liking it. You know, it's a new AJ. We using vape pods now.
Yeah, Future Boy. Now you just got jewel pods. It's like, what flavor is that?
So they banned the cream and the mango flavor, I guess, from what I've gathered, because that's what somebody told me, and I was like, they're not gonna do that, and then like I can't find them in any store. So this is mint.
So basically your only options now, mint
and Virginia tobacco, which I wish I brought the fucking pod with me just so you could taste it. Like, I know you're against nicotine, but like, just so you could taste it, because I'm sure you've tasted tobacco. It does not taste like Virginia tobacco. I've smoked a lot of cigarettes in my day. It did not. That's not what it is. But you know, I guess being a user of the drug of nicotine, I have to go with what I got. But I could see how this could be used to wean people off too, even without me going down in the dosage, just based on the fact that it's lighter. You don't feel as much of like an actual dependence to the intake method. You know what I mean? Like, you know how there's the whole thing, like if you shoot up, you just want to shoot up.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that with smoking. Like I've been, for the past couple of days, I still wanted to smoke something, but I haven't. And you know, just to get that feeling of the smoke. So, yeah, that's, I could see if it weans you off of that, it could work if you try to use it. I'm not trying to use it to quit. I'm just trying to use it to not smoke.
But, I mean,
so,
steps, bro.
It's baby steps.
Baby steps.
But on that note, we've had a good run here. I think we're going to vape a little more.
Well, vape it up. We got in the future now. You got all these different fucking vape devices, but your bitch ass niggas still haven't made my goddamn hoverboard.
We need this thing charges with a magnet.
They have the hoverboards that don't hover.
That's not a hoverboard.
See, the way that you need to invent a hoverboard, right? And they did, I think Lexus did it. You have to have a magnetic track, right? And it has to be a polar opposite from the magnets on the bottom of the fucking hoverboard.
Well,
right?
they just have to implant tracks everywhere.
Well, that's the issue, is the infrastructure. But we're making I-4 all over again.
Just put it in there.
Just fucking put magnets in there.
Just go ahead and
stick
throw
some
them in there.
Yeah, do that.
So then when we're ready, we're hovering, and we don't have to re-fucking do it for another 15
here's another
years.
thing. I'm kind of against this on the sense of, like, I like freedom of where I could go, but, like, imagine, like, hover cars, and the way it works, it's unlimited energy. You don't have to use fossil fuels, but you run on a track is the issue. Like, different roads have different,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No?
I don't like being on it. I mean, maybe.
Well, and that's why we rely on fossil fuels, because you won't just give up your freedom.
It's like those little racing cars. where you
Yeah,
pull the trigger.
yeah.
It
Only
has-
you
that's
could have
what I
it
was
hover,
thinking
though.
of. That's what I
You
was
could have
thinking
it hover.
about.
You couldn't have. You'd still have lanes. They wouldn't have to hover.
Yeah.
You could just have
Can
it
you
like
switch
that.
lanes, or once you're in a how do you get out of?
I would imagine you couldn't switch lanes, but it would be fast. It'd be like the original design for Elon Musk's Hyperloop, even though now he's just saying that's a quick update I could do. Now it's just going to be a regular old car tunnel. You're just going to drive through it.
Nice.
So shouts out to Muskie Boy. On that note, Zav, you want to take us out of here?
Oh, sure. Okay, so I would love if everybody would just remember to take care and brush your hair and wear the cleanest of underwear
Pristine.
that you can find.
Wash your nuts.
Wash your nuts. Stop smoking. At least switch to vaping. If I could do it, you can do it.
If he could do it, you should do it. Or don't do it.